An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-i-oh, Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause they've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear their cry. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways. Today are with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-i-oh, riders in the sky, ghost riders in the sky, ghost riders in the sky.
Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have, and maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. And maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. And I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. And give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. Have said and done, I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
Give me one of them Smith & Wesson Magnum 44s. 'Cause there's a man that the law let loose and justice was not done. This man killed my wife and my only little son. I'll never forget the way he looked all through the trial. He had his big name lawyer, and he had that smirky smile. Well, yeah, he got you off on a technicality, but you have to grow wings and fly to ever get away from me. 'Cause I got rights, I got rights too. And this time there won't be no damn lawyers and systems to protect you. But I'm gonna read you, I'm gonna read you your rights. You got a right to know that you're gonna go to hell one of these black nights. When the trial was over, he had the nerve to say that's the way it goes. I said, well, Hoss, you better get you some corks, 'cause you're gonna have to plug up a few holes. Yes, he thought I was talking just to pass away time, but it kinda looks different now, on his knees begging for his life. Hey, I got rights, I got some rights too. And this time there won't be no damn lawyers and systems to protect you. But I'm gonna read you, 'cause I want you to know that you're gonna go to hell one of these black nights. No, and this time ain't no damn lawyers and systems to save you.
I'd play the Red River Valley. He'd sit out in the kitchen and cry, run his fingers through 70 years of living, and wonder, Lord, is every well I drilled gone dry? We were friends, and this old man, like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train.
Is a drifter and a driller of oil wells, old school man of the world. He let me drive his car when he's too drunk to wink, give me money for the girl. And our lives were like some old western movie,
like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train.
From the day that I could walk, he'd take me with him to a place called the Green Frog Cafe. There was old men with beer guts and dominoes, lying about their lives while they played. I was just a kid, they call me sidekick,
like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train.
One day I looked up and he's pushing 80, and there's brown tobacco stains all down his chin. To me he's been one of the heroes of this country. So why is he all dressed up like them old men, drinking beer and playing Moon and 42,
like desperados waiting for a train, like desperados waiting for a train.
The day before he died, I went to see him. I was grown, and he was almost gone.
we just closed our eyes and dreamed us up a kitchen, sang another verse of that old song.
Come on, John, that son of a gun's coming. Like desperados waiting for a train,
If you fly in from Birmingham, you'll get the last gate. If you flew in from Boston, no, you sure won't have to wait. And I'm learning a little more every day. About the power of the dollar and the people with white collars and the good old American way. I've noticed I don't get much help when they see my blue jeans. Some slick with a suit walks up, oh, can I help you please? Yes, I'm learning as I gain a little age. About the power of the dollar and the people with white collars and the good old American way. Some high society lady says, is your horse outside? No, ma'am, he's between my legs, but you're too fat to ride. And you're learning a little more about my ways. What I think about your dollar and your white collar and your good old American way. If you don't like my nudie boots, I'm sorry about that. Don't make fun of my hat, too. You might get knocked flat and you'll learn some more. If you ever pass down our way, about the folks without the dollars and without white collars, hell, they are the American way. Suey!
I was gonna wake up and clean the grill, pressure wash the deck, maybe pay my bills, throw a fresh coat of paint on the shed, weed whack the weeds, shop vac the Chevy, sweep them floors in WD-40, every door but then started cleaning out the fridge, came across a beer, had to tip them back till the bottom rack was clear. Then I had a thought, out in the garage, should open that Yeti, start polishing it off. I didn't cross a single thing that I had off my list, but I cleaned out the fridge, okay, the cooler and the fridge. Checked the lawn chair was folding right, if the cup holder still holds them tight. It does. Networking, FaceTiming my friends. Yeah, funny how it started back when I was cleaning out the fridge. Came across a beer, had to tip them back till the bottom rack was clear. Right. Then I had a thought, out in the garage, should open that Yeti, start polishing it off. Sure. I didn't cross a single thing that I had off my list, but I cleaned out the fridge, okay, the cooler in the front fridge and the back fridge. Yeah, I cleaned out the fridge, hey, raked a hole in the blow-up pool. Got the garden hose, filled up the pool. Spent the whole day in the blow-up pool. It was pretty cool. Yep. Started cleaning out the fridge. Came across a beer. Had to tip 'em back till the bottom rack was clear. Then I had a thought out in the garage. Should open that Yeti, start polishing it off. Okay. I didn't cross a single thing that I had off my list, but I cleaned out the fridge. Pretty good day. Okay, the cooler and the fridge. Yeah, I cleaned out the fridge. See y'all next week. Okay, the cooler and the front fridge and the back fridge.
Without a thing, say some vows and spread their wings and settle down just what they need, living on love. She don't care about what's in style. She just likes the way he smiles. It takes more than marble and tile, living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love. Two old people without a thing, children gone, but still they sing, side by side in that front porch swing, living on love. He can't sue anymore. She can barely sweep the floor. Hand in hand they'll walk through that door, just living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love. You're living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love. No, it doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love.
It's all right to burn the stars and stripes. Guess nobody really needs old Uncle Sam. Might as well burn the Bill of Rights as well and let our country go straight to hell. Only me and crippled soldiers give a damn. Should they throw away their purple hearts and hide their uniforms and be proud to hear old glories on the ground? Somebody said they'd take us without firing a shot. I don't know if they will or not, but only me and crippled soldiers give a damn. It's Hitler and it's gone as we burn our only cause for Vietnam. There's the mom who lost a son. Is this the freedom that we won? For only me and crippled soldiers give a damn. I've been known to wave the flag before and saddened when we went to war, fighting for the symbol of our land. For all the wars we fought and won to keep old glory waving, today they rule to burn old glory down. And only me and crippled soldiers give a damn.
Me and Hannah did everything together. Said we'd be best friends forever. Then her mama got a job that was better across the parish line. And I was one summer shy of 11 when Granddaddy took a ride up to heaven. It ain't never been an easy lesson on how to say goodbye. They say we don't kill you, makes you stronger, and I believe that's right. For every low down beating this old heart's taking, a whisper in the dark says I won't make it. I know it's just the devil doing what he does, trying to make me suffer. No matter what the battle is, keeping me praying. I gotta be strong, I gotta keep saying I'm gonna make it through it one way or the other. Life is tough, but this girl's tougher. I'm a sucker for a boy with blue eyes, a pair of boots and an old four-wheel drive. So when I saw you in the July moonlight, I thought, oh good Lord, I let you lay that subtle kiss on me and open up that trunk door for me. Now I find out that I ain't the only girl you're doing that for. You're gonna get a good cry from me tonight, but nothing more. let's take it. A whisper in the dark says I won't make it. I know it's just the devil doing what he does, trying to make me suffer. No matter what the battle is, keeping me praying. I gotta be strong, I gotta keep saying I'm gonna make it through it one way or the other. Life's tough, but this girl's tougher. Life's tough, but this girl's tougher.
Well, I left Kentucky back in '49 and went to Detroit working on assembly line. The first year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry, 'cause I always wanted me one that was long and black. One day I devised myself a plan that should be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. Now, getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car worth at least $100 grand. I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with my big lunchbox and with help from my friend, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gears. I've never considered myself a thief, but GM wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. The first day I got me a fuel pump, and the next day I got me an engine and a trunk. Then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I could get in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all four shocks, but the big stuff we snuck out my buddy's mobile home. Now up to now my plan went all right till we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when we noticed that something was definitely wrong. The transmission was a 53 and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when we tried to put in the bolts, all the holes were gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit, and with a little bit of help from an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlights, there was another sight. We had two on the left and one on the right, but when we pulled out the switch, all three of them come on. The back end looked kind of funny too, but we put it together, and when we got through, well, that's when we noticed that we only had one tail fin. About that time, my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts, but she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and I headed to ride on down Main Drag. I could hear everybody laughing for blocks around. But up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, 'cause to type it up, it took the whole staff, and when they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around. Yeah, Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth in the Psycho Billy Cadillac, come on. This is the Cottonmouth, and negatory on the cost of this machine there, Red Rider. You might say I went right up to the factory and picked it up. It's cheaper that way. What model is it? Well, it's a 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 automobile.
president of the southern states. The day Elvis passed away would be our national holiday. If the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I'd make my Supreme Court down in Texas, and we wouldn't have no killers getting off free. If they were proven guilty, then they would swing quickly instead of writing books and smiling on TV. We'd all learn Cajun cooking in Louisiana, and I'd put that capital back in Alabama. We'd put Florida on the right track, 'cause we'd take Miami back and throw all them pushers in the slammer. Oh, if the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I'd probably run for president of the southern states. The day young Skinner died, we'd show our southern pride. If the South would have won, we'd have had it made. A little Dixieland, boys. Oh, yeah. I'd have all the whiskey made in Tennessee, and all the horses raised in those Kentucky hills. The national treasury would be in Tupelo, Mississippi, and I'd put Hank Williams' picture on $100 bills. I'd have all the cars made in the Carolinas, and I'd ban all the ones made in China. I'd have every girl child sent to Georgia to learn to smile and talk with that southern accent. It drives me wild. I'd have all the fiddles made in Virginia, 'cause they sure can make them sound so fine. I'm going up on Wolverton Mountain and see old Clifton Clowers and have a sip of his good old Arkansas wine. Hey, if the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I'd probably run for president of the southern states. When Patsy Cline passed away, that would be our national holiday. If the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I said, if the South would have won, we'd have had it made. Might even be better off.
It seems like yesterday, but it was long ago. She was lovely, she was the queen of our lives. There in the darkness with the radio playing low. Secrets that we shared, the mountains that we moved, caught like a wildflower burning out of control. There was nothing left to burn and nothing left to prove. And I remember what she said to me, how she swore it would never end. And I remember how she held me oh so tight. I wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We were young and strong, but just running against the wind.
Years roll slowly past, I found myself alone, surrounded by strangers I thought were my friends. Found myself further and further from my home. I guess I lost my way. There were oh so many roads. I was living to run and running to live, never worrying about paying or how much I owed. Moving 8 miles a minute for months at a time, breaking all the rules I could bear.
drifter's days are past me now. I've got so much more to think about.
Deadlines and commitments, what to leave in, oh, what to leave out. Oh, against the wind, we were running against the wind. We were young, strong, but just running against the wind. We were young and strong and just running against the wind.
Against the wind.
Oh, against the wind.
It's a big job just getting by with 9 kids and a wife. But I've been working, man, dang near all my life, and I'll keep on working long as my 2 hands are fit to use. I'll drink my beer in a tavern, sing a little bit of these working man blues. I'll keep my nose on the grindstone, work hard every day. I might get a little tired on the weekend. After I draw my pay, I'll go back working. Come Monday morning, I'm right back with the crew. I drank a little beer that evening, sang a little bit of these working man blues. Sometime I think about leaving, do a little bumming around. I want to throw my bills out the window, catch a train to another town. I'll go back working. I gotta buy my kids a brand new pair of shoes. I drank a little beer in a tavern, cry a little bit of these working man blues. Here comes that working man. Working man like me, I ain't never been on welfare, and that's one place I won't be. I'll be working as long as my 2 hands are fit to use. I'll drink my beer in a tavern, sing a little bit of these working man blues. This song's for the working man.
The 5th of Jack again when I go out tonight. They say I was drunk, I threw a punch, I caught some big old bouncer dumps. He kicked me out, I snuck back inside, and that's how I got these 2 black eyes. I got lonely, called my ex, second I come over, she said I guess, so I called a lift. He picked me up, about halfway there I blew some chunks. He kicked me out on Cherry Street, about that time I saw blue lights blink, said you can't be here, can't sleep here. So I went to the Quick Mart, bought a beer, went back to where that cop was parked, and I poured that High Life on his car, and he put me in the back with a dude named Mark. Wound up at the station, and here we are. When I see that judge at 8 a.m., I know my rights, and I'll tell him. I plead the 5th, I did some shit when I was drunk last night. I raised some hell, I posted bail, but I won't testify. It all went south, and I ain't proud, but a good time ain't no crime. I plead the 5th of Jack again when I go out tonight. out, said sleep it off there on my couch about 4 o'clock. It was happy hour, and I've always been a sucker for a whiskey sour. I thought I'd have just one then, somehow 2 turned into 10. And I thought, oh hell, here we go again, and some pretty girl gave me a grin. We stumbled into some different place. Right about that time I saw my face on a poster up on the wall. Said, don't serve this guy alcohol. Then she asked me, hey, ain't that you? What the hell'd you do? I plead the fifth. I did some shit when I was drunk last night. I raised some hell, I posted bail, but I won't testify. It all went south and I ain't proud, but a good time ain't no crime. I plead the fifth of Jack again when I go out tonight. My story and I'm sticking to it. Don't know what I did, but I didn't do it. I plead the fifth. I did some shit when I was drunk last night. I raised some hell, I posted bail, but I won't testify. It all went south and I ain't proud, but a good time ain't no crime. The fifth of Jack again when I go out tonight. It all went south and I ain't proud, but a good time ain't no crime. I'll plead the fifth of Jack again when I go out tonight.
What a difference a day made. "24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear. Since you said you were mine. What a difference a day makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss, and it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made. And the difference is you. a difference a day makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss, and it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made. And the difference is you.
If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your florid love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
No, we could talk all night
about the weather, to tell you about my friends out on the coast. I could ask a lot of crazy questions, or ask you what I really wanna know. Say, if I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your flowing love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? The rain can fall so soft against a window, the sun can shine so bright up in the sky. But Daddy always told me, don't make small talk. He said, come on out and say what's on your mind. So if I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight? If I was dying of thirst, would your flowing love come quench me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I swore you were an angel, would you treat me like the devil tonight?
Nobody come to visit my heavens today. Nobody come to visit my heavens today. It's been a heavens bad day, heavens bad day, heavens bad day. Nobody come to visit my heavens today. Heavens bad day, heavens bad day, heavens bad day. Nobody come to visit my heavens today. There is no devil to visit my heavens today. There is no devil to visit my heavens today. It's been a heavens bad day, heavens bad day, heavens bad day. There is no devil to visit my heavens today. Heavens bad day, heavens bad day, heavens bad day. There is no devil to visit my heavens today. Heavens bad day, heavens bad day, heavens bad day. Nobody come to visit my heavens today. All a long damn day, all a long damn day, all a long damn day, all a long